Hi, my name is Jeevan Kumar Vishwakaman and you are watching Alien Brain English. There is a lot of controversy going on the movie Ponniyin Selvan. It started out a full-fledged war right now on the internet. Some people are saying the Cholas are not Hindus, and some people say the Cholas were not that good and not that mighty and all those things. In between this, there is another controversy that's running on for decades, which is who killed Aditya Karikala Chozha. The Tamil says it is the Brahmins who killed Aditya Karikala Chozha. Aditya Karikala Chozha was the elder brother of Rajaraja Chozha, a character played by Vikram in Ponniyin Selvan. So after his coronation, after 4 years I think, Rajaraja Chozha starts an investigation and finds out who killed Aditya Karikala Chozha, his brother, and he punishes them. In this temple, the Odiyar Kudi temple, there is a stone inscription which states an government order by Rajaraja Chozha. Actually, this statement in the inscription, it is about a Brahmadeya, a gift given to the Brahmins by the kings. In this Brahmadeya statement, there are lines which states who killed Rajaraja Chozha. The Tamil says that these people stated in this stone inscription were Brahmins, and the Brahmins were the persons who killed Aditya Karikala Chozha, and for that Rajaraja Chozha takes all of their wealths, and not just their wealth, their kins and families' wealth also, and gives them as Brahmadeya. But the question is, if the Brahmins killed Aditya Karikala Chozha, why the King Rajaraja Chozha take their wealth and possessions and give it back to other Brahmins? Why is that? There is no answer from the Tamils. So this thing, the murder of Karikala Chozha, also was pinned on Brahmins. But if they have any evidence on that, then obviously they can have blame. They can blame the Brahmins. They can have any kind of accusation on the Brahmins. So do they have any evidence on Brahmins? So in this stone inscription, they say these 4 people were Brahmins. Why they were Brahmins? Because they were living in a place called Papanacheri. Papan means Brahmin. It is a Tamil slang for Brahmins. Papan, which is Parpanan, which means the devotees of Vishnu. These people were living on Papanacheri, so these people must be Brahmins. Are they really Brahmins? Just because they were staying on the Papanacheri or the Brahmin installment or settlement, would they become Brahmins, or it actually states the Brahmin? Is this really true, or the Tamil people are lying? So recently, or a few days before, I searched on internet and I came across with this stone inscription. Actually, not the original picture of the stone inscription, but the extract from the stone inscription, which is available on the internet. You can search for it. It's called Odiyar Kudi Kalvettu. So this stone inscription was installed by a person called Vyaragaja Mallava Pallavarayan. He installed the stone inscription for the purpose of to let the people know that he bought some land and used the revenues from that land to do some temple services. In addition to that information, he gives that where he bought the land from, how those people get hold of the authority for that land, because the people from who he bought the land were not the original owners of the land. So obviously he have to explain where those people got the authority to sell that land. So for that information, he gives a government order. So the first line starts with Swasti Shri Ko Rajakesari Varmarku Yandu Irandavadu. That means 2 years after the coronation of the Rajaraja Chozha. He gives a Brahmadeya to the people. Which people? Sri Veeranarayana Chaturvedi Mangalathu Perunguri Perumakkalukku. Perunguri Perumakkal means the people who, or the highest people who wear the long tilak. Who are the people who wears the long tilak? Obviously, those are the Vaishnavites. Perumakkal usually means alternative word for Brahmins. So these are the Vaishnavite Brahmins. For the Vaishnavite Brahmins, the king gives Brahmadeya. What he gives as a Brahmadeya is the land from those people who were found guilty of the murder of Karikala Chozha. We can understand that from this paragraph. It says 4 people, Soman and his brother Ravidasan Panjavan Brahmadirajan, and another brother Parameshwaran, alias called as Irumudi Chozha Brahmadirajan, and another brother Malainoran. These 4 people found guilty for the murder of Karikala Chozha. So the king orders to confiscate all the wealth and belongings of these 4 people, not just theirs, but all of their family members. So a lot of lands were confiscated and was given as the Brahmadeya to Brahmins. For that, he assigns 2 persons. One person is Kottayur Brahmasri Rajan and another one is Pullamangalathu Chandrasekhara Bhattan. These people were appointed to carry out this process of confiscation and giving it back to the Brahmins. This letter was sent by Kurugadi Kiran. We can know from this line, Kurugadi Kiran Eduthu. This is the letter from the Kurugadi Kiran. Why Kurugadi Kiran has to send the order instead of the king? Because the king ordered and the administrators will carry out that order. Kurugadi Kiran sends the letter to all the Grama Sabhas that these 2 people will come and you have to help these 2 people to confiscate all these lands and give it back to the Brahmins as Brahmadeya. According to this government order, every land in each villages were confiscated. In that, the land that belonged to Malayanuran, the 4th brother who was stated in earlier, this person, his and his sons and his mother's land situated in a place called Devamangalam. We can know that from this line. It says, Sri Mugathin Merpatta Malayunurana Papanasheri Revadasa Gramavattanam, and his sons and his mothers. All these 3 people's belonging lands exist in a place called Devamangalam. Sri Veeranarayana Chaturvedi Mangalathu Mippidagai Devamangalamana Pattila. It's situated in Sri Veeranarayana Chaturvedi Mangalam. So obviously the village administration of the Sri Veeranarayana Chaturvedi Mangala will confiscate this land as per the government order. So they confiscated. From this Gramin administration or village administration, Vyadagaja Mallava Pallavarayan buys this land. So as per the government order, the Grama Sabha must sell all this confiscated land and give the money or whatever comes from it to the Brahmins as Brahmadeya. So obviously the Gramin administration will sell it. Vyadagaja Ballava Pallavarayan buys all this land. So this is the total information we get from this stone inscription. So in this, how did we find that these 4 people were Brahmins and Brahmins killed Karikala Chozha? It was calculated that these 4 persons are or must be Brahmins because of this one word, Papanacheri. Papanacheri means the settlement of Brahmins. The 4th person in the 4 culprit, Malayanuran, his alternate name is Papanacheri Revadasa Gramavittan. So his name contains Papanacheri. Just because his name contains Papanacheri, these people think, the Tamils think that this person must be settled in Papanacheri. Any person who lives in Papanacheri or Brahmin settlement must be a Brahmin. So this person must be a Brahmin. This is their fair logic. Obviously that's a fair logic, but we must understand that Papanacheri means name of a place, not a person. Papanacheri Revadasa Kramavittan is the complete alternate. So we have to understand that Revadasa Kramavittan. The people who were worshipping Surya also were existed. That's what it means, Revadasa, the one who worships sun. Kramavitta means, Krama means order, law and order. Kramavitta means the person who keeps the order. So this person is not a Brahmin, but a person who kept the law and order, or he was a government official of Papanacheri. Just because it's a Brahmin settlement, all the government official not necessarily need to be a Brahmin. All this, administration, all these things were carried out by Kshatriyas or Vaishyas. So Revadasa Kramavita, the person who keeps the order for the Papanacheri, need not to be necessarily a Brahmin. He must be a royal or a Kshatriya or a Vaishya. So instead of thinking that deeper, these people just kept this word Papanacheri. They thought this person will be a person who lives in Papanacheri, a Brahmin settlement, and he must be a Brahmin. As simple as that. Right in your face, in front of you, there is information. To understand it is very clearly, but instead of that, these Tamil people only uses this word to create a separatism or to blame Brahmins. This is how much the Tamils are shameless and senseless and educationless. Without understanding the things fully, they only take the words which is necessary for them to create a separate, or hate spreading, something like that. So this Malayan Oran is not a Brahmin, but who was a government official for the Brahmin settlement. So as the brother was portrayed as a Brahmin, obviously the other brothers will also be called as Brahmins. That's how the other brothers also targeted as a Brahmins. But you can see that their names, Soman, other brother Panjavan Brahmadirajan. You can see the Rajan in the name. Raja is a surname given to the royals, not to the Brahmins. Brahmins never have these kind of surname or titles. Brahmadirajan, Brahmashri Rajan, these are given to the kings. You must understand the Indian administration system. Under an emperor or a king, there will be a lot of kings. They called petty kings. Sittarasar called petty kings. They will rule small lands. So these people must be the rulers of those small lands. That's why they have this surname as Brahmadiraja. Look at the second one's name, Irumudi Chozha Brahmadiraja. Irumudi Chozha is a name for Chola kings. He must be a royal from the Chozha dynasty itself, but he is a petty king. So these four people are not Brahmins, but these four people are royals. Just with this one word, Tamils turned the royals into Brahmins, the Kshatriyas into Brahmins, and started to accuse Brahmins as the killers of the Karikala Chozha. So it is very clear that Brahmins never killed Chozha, but instead these peoples were royals. If Brahmins killed the Chozha, obviously the king will not take all their land and give it back to another Brahmin. He will never do that. So according to this inscription, this is not done by a Brahmin. Actually, these people were Kshatriyas or someone in the royal family. These people were not Brahmins, these people were Kshatriyas. So what the king does is, Rajaraja Chozha does is, takes the wealth from the culprits and give it to a Brahmin as Brahmadeya and asks him to supervise this land. That's what happens in that inscription. It does not say anything about a Brahmin killed the Aditya Karikala Chozha. But all these years, the Tamil separatist people were lying to the Tamil people and the world that the Brahmins were the killers of a king. It was not like that. That was a complete lie. That was a complete lie that the separatists were telling all these decades and decades just to create hate and separatist mentality on Brahmins so that they can survive. So in this inscription, there is nothing is told about Brahmin killing the king, the actual king, the Karikala Chozha. Instead, the king taken away the wealth from the culprits and given it to Brahmins as Brahmadeya. So thanks for watching. I'm Jeevan Kumar Vishwakarman. If you feel this video is helpful or entertaining for you, please feel like and share and subscribe if you can. Thank you.